Man, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Casual Fan, man. As we know, the Houston Rockets are nonetheless pretty garbage.
We don't care at all.
You know, coming into the season, I don't think many people had high expectations for the team, especially knowing that Victor was going to be in the top 2, top 3 draft picks this season. You know, so you expected a lot of teams to probably tank or whatever, but I do feel it has a lot to do with coaching. You know, this season, you could say they're trying to tank or whatever, but it doesn't take much for a team like the Houston Rockets to tank on accident or on purpose. My reasoning behind that, Stephen Silas, I love the dude to death. You know, obviously, RIP his father, great coach in the NBA in recent history. But it's just hard watching them play because, you know, they have a talented center in Sengun, and they have other role players that want a shot. But they can't really do it because you have two people like KPJ and Jalen Green that just takes a lot of shots. And it's not bad because they're both talented. KPJ is a real good scorer. You know, he's been a good scorer ever since. Even with the Cavs, he's been a good scorer. Jalen Green has been a good scorer since high school, obviously. But I don't see no growth with him. I've been seeing the same Jalen Green since high school, same play style, not really getting his teammates involved. And with KPJ, you know, he has a little bit more getting the teammates involved a little bit more, but it's not much more. You know, and it's kind of hard just watching because you know what the game of basketball is. You know, that's why a player like LeBron, for instance, you know, he's not the best scorer, even though he has the top scoring record in the whole NBA. You know, it's very cliche for me to say, but, you know, he's not the best scorer. He loves having the game evolve around his teammates. So when you see him not take those clutch moment shots, that's something else that I don't really like that LeBron does sometimes. That's because he's a team first, pass first type of guy. He could score the ball, obviously. He could take those shots if he really wanted to. He could jack up contested threes if he really wanted to every game. But he wants the team to be involved, which is what the Houston Rockets don't do. You know, every time Sengun touches the ball, it seems like something good happens. Now, obviously, he turns the ball over sometimes as well. I watched the game where it looked like he couldn't catch the ball at all. But he has a real good IQ with the game of basketball. His body is kind of odd a little bit. It kind of reminds you of a Jokic, how, you know, it looks like Sengun is a little smaller too. I'm not going to lie. But his game is improving. And I feel like it's going to be a building block with Sengun that's going to block him from growing even more just because of the fact of KPJ and Jalen Green being there. So, you know, obviously they had trade talks around with James Harden going back to Houston. I kind of wonder if they would trade Jalen Green and KPJ for James Harden to Houston. I mean, to the 76ers. I doubt the 76ers want that to happen. You know what I'm saying? But it's disappointing to watch. Not until they get a veteran to come set them straight. John Wall tried it. Obviously, it didn't work. Stephen Silas might just need to be fired. I feel like he's young, just like those guys are young, and he's just letting them play. You know, there's always the front office. You know, for instance, Brian Flores, recent coach for the Miami Dolphins. He's with the Steelers now. He came out and said that the team offered him to tank for money. And I know for a fact that happens in the NBA as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's what Stephen Silas is going through right now. It's hard to tell if that's really what's going on with the team. I just feel like it's not too much coaching going on, you know. So hopefully they get that situated. Hopefully KPJ and Jalen Green can get this whole thing just figured out because they are both really talented. You know, y'all let me know how y'all feel in the comments. You know, I really want to see what y'all think, where their future is headed. And make sure I like, comment, share, subscribe if you're new.